y'all, it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another book haul. Like I said in the last one, it's been a while since I'd filmed that one too, since after middle grade March videos, I'm trying to get everything caught back up. So first, like always, I'm going to start with the books that were sent to me. I was very interested in this book. I saw it on Instagram, and I commented on one of the posts asking when the physical copy would be released, and they had commented, I think, March 15th, but then they said they'd be happy to send me one for a review, which I was so happy about, and they really didn't have to do that. So I'm very happy. Thank you so much. Andrew Durkin is author, and Bibi, Blundermuss, and the Tree Across the Cosmos. Such a beautiful cover. I'm so excited about this. It sounds so good. Sometimes you have to brave the scariest forest to find yourself. 12-year-old Bibi Blundermuss is terrified of trees. Being around them makes her dizzy and sick to her stomach, even comatose. So when her only chance to find her missing parents means climbing a magic tree in the forest near her home, she almost doesn't take it. When Bibi grits her teeth and scales the trunk, the tree grows so violently that she and her cat Eek are catapulted into another world. Here she befriends a herd of elk on the run from a pack of vicious white lions. And she discovers, to her amazement, that her mother is a witch who has been protecting the elk with a poison flower spell, which keeps the lions away. Yet the longer Bibi stays in the world of the elk and lions, the less sure she is about her mother is truly on the elk side, or even on Bibi's side. In the end, a dangerous journey into the lion's lair and a reunion with both parents uncovers a secret that changes Bibi's life forever. Drawn into an epic, snowbound battle against an army of zombie trees, she must face her greatest fear to discover her greatest power. So intrigued by that, and that sounds so incredible. Thank you so much. And the author had reached out, and she sent me The Pack, The Dare, and The Draugar by T.J. Hendrix. Harmony, O'Rourke's mother, has moved them to a new town. Again. Worse, Harmony's just been shipped off to the academic summer camp in the Redwoods. But it turns out Camp Coho is a secret screening tool for a secret magical order looking for the next generation of forest guardians. A late-night adventure lands Harmony and 4 other campers in training sessions for promising apprentices. Soon they're studying ancient languages and learning spells for flying, floating, and self-defense. Then Harmony's mother goes missing back home, and it turns out she may not be what she seems. Harmony and her friends decide to use their new skills to do their own detective work. Can 5 friends untangle the mystery of Harmony's parentage and rescue her missing mother before it's too late? That sounds so good. Thank you so much. And the author reached out and asked me if she could send me the first book and then the newest book that just came out. And the first book is The Secret Lake, and it's by Inglis. This one's a little bit shorter, but this one's like a normal middle grade length. And the one that's out that just came out, Return to Secret Lake. A lost dog, a hidden time tunnel, and a secret lake take Stella and Tom to their home and the children living there 100 years in the past. Here they make both friends and enemies and uncover startling connections with the past. Doesn't say much, but that's enough to hook me. I'm very excited. Thank you so much. And then these two, I think were supposed to be included in another haul, but I'd bumped them up because they had, one literally had the release day coming the day after I got it, and the other one was less than a week. So I put them in my room so I could get them read. So one I've already read and one I'm currently reading, but I haven't put them in a book haul, so I wanted to do that. The one that I've already read, and this one is out, A Song Called Home by Sara Zarr. And this was the most highly anticipated release, but there's no way I can get them all. And so there are going to be some that I do miss when I'm doing those videos in the list. So, and HarperCollins sent me this, so thank you so much. Lou and her family don't have much, but for Lou, it's enough. Mom, her sister Casey, their apartment in the city, her best friend Beth. It would be better if Dad could stop drinking and be there for her and Casey, if they didn't have to worry about money all the time. But Lou doesn't need better, she only needs enough. What's enough for Lou, however, is not enough for Mom. Steve, Mom's boyfriend, isn't a bad guy. He's just not what Lou is used to. And now he and Mom are getting married, and that means moving. Packing up life as they've known it and storing it in Steve's garage. Lou will be separated from everything in her small but predictable life, farther from Dad than ever. Their last night in the city, Lou receives a mysterious birthday gift. A guitar, left for her by their front door. There's nothing saying who left it, but it must be from Dad. And as she leaves the only place she's ever known, she starts to believe that if she can learn how to play it, maybe she can bring a piece of him and her old life home. Kind of emotional just reading that. I don't read a lot of contemporary, but when I do, I just, like I say, it seems like they're so good. And this hits so close to home with me that usually I wouldn't read stuff like this, but I have learned that when there's contemporaries that I can relate to in some way, it has helped. So I'll talk about it more in a wrap up, but I highly recommend it. It's such a great story. And then the book I'm currently reading that just came out, Sir Fig Newton and the Science of Persistence by Sonja Thomas. And this wasn't a highly anticipated release, so I won't read the synopsis again. I'm on page 171. I'm absolutely loving it. It's another contemporary. The author had reached out in December and asked if she could send me like an ARC when they became available, and I was like, yes, please. It's an anticipated release. Thank you so much for offering. And then it showed up and it was a beautiful finished copy, so thank you so much. And it's another contemporary, and I can relate to so many things with this one as well, but I love the science element to it too, and so many other things. But with my pup who had gotten sick and dealing with that and just relating, and yes, that can be sad, but this isn't written in a sad way. It's written with persistence. Like, you do what you can. Animals are family, and I just love what this little girl is doing, and I don't think it's going to end sadly. I think the persistence and the faith and all that, like, I'm loving this so far, so I can't wait to continue. Thank you so much to the author. And then books that they had sent me an ARC, but then they sent a finished copy. Kirk Books had reached out and asked if they could send a finished copy. They had sent ARC, and I was blown away and happy about that. Hunters of the Lost City by Wallace. I'm so happy, and I will be reading this soon. Date for this one is April 26th. So, very soon. But I am so excited. This just sounds so good. Lastly, for books that were sent to me, I was blown away when I got an ARC for this book from Scholastic because I was not expecting it, and I wasn't expecting this either. And I just looked out my front door one day, and this was there. And I vlogged this too, and I'm so happy I did. I almost cry when I get, I can't believe this is life. And purple's my favorite color, so all this purple I am loving, and with a hooded sweatshirt that says Witchlings on it. And I say this in the vlog, but growing up, the fruit snacks that we had, like, now you maybe get one of the solid looking ones, but it's mostly the clear. The solid looking ones was where it was at with how good they were, and this is what that reminds me of. It's Candy Club Witch's Brew. It's like got the, and then on the top, and a pack of 5 coven cards, and then make 2 necklaces, like a kit. It keeps falling out of this thing. I'm just rolling around. And a beautiful finished copy of the book. I'm like so happy. And this one I'm going to read very, very, very soon, because I think this is an April 5th one, which is coming up very soon. So, and I already read the synopsis when I read it for the ARC, but so excited. I love Ghost Squad by Claribel A. Ortega, so I cannot wait for this, and I'm just blown away by this. Thank you so much, Scholastic. And I will keep this box forever, just like the Tristan Strong box that I was sent. I'm just so grateful. 3 sequels I picked up, and so since they're sequels, I won't read synopsis. I recently got the first book, and I'd seen from the author's page the sequel was coming out very soon, and it is independent, so I really wanted to support it, and I didn't want to. That's why I hate not getting sequels, because I'm scared I'll forget that they are out. But with independent, I don't feel as bad going ahead and getting them, because I want to show support. But this is the second book in the Windy Adventures. I recently showed the first book in our book haul by Becca Rose, and this is Dangerish. Such beautiful covers, and they just sound so amazing. So very excited. And like I said before, I really don't feel bad about UK sequels, because most of the time they're paperback, and they're so much cheaper. So I think this is the 4th book in the Dragon Realm series. This is Dragon Rising by Katie and Kevin Sang. And I just want to binge read this series so soon. So very excited. And lastly, for sequels, one of my all-time favorite series. This is the 3rd and I believe final book in the Orphans of the Tide series, Eternity Engine by Strawn Murray. I am so excited. More beautiful illustrations throughout by Manuel Sumbarak. So very excited. Then next are just copies, different editions of classics that I love. I thought this was bigger, but it doesn't matter. Illustrated Classics, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll. It's naked hardback, and I love that cover. And it's got little golden edges. And I have another one on the way. It's taking forever to ship, but I'm trying to get all the editions of these editions with illustrations by Robert Ingpen, because I love them. This is a naked hardback of this one, though. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I just love this illustrator. Like, it's just so beautiful. All these editions that he has done. And I'm like obsessed with them. That's that. And I got The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi. I mean, look at the back cover alone. The end papers are always even so beautiful. I'm so excited. Okay, and then I got 5 books in this series. There's still some more out there, but I saw them for a good price. 2 of them aren't exactly the covers that I love, like they are, but they're miniaturized. So I didn't do that right, but it's a series I've been wanting for so long because they sound right up my alley. Like, they look historical fiction, but like mystery and detective. But they're just so hard to get the ones that I want. So it's the Lady Grace Mysteries by Grace Cavendish. And I want these. And this is this, but it's like miniature and it's hardback, so I didn't get that right. So 2 of them are those. So I don't have the first book, so I'm not going to read a synopsis, but the first one I have is Betrayal, Exile, Feud, Intrigue, and then Loot. I'm very happy to finally have some of those and start on my way. And this is a series that I've been so intrigued by, but I just got the first book for now. I've wanted it for so long. Clockbreakers by Kate Rostov. Asterian's Curse. On her 11th birthday, Charlie receives a key to go back in time, but before she blows out her candle, she rolls her wheelchair right into ancient Greece with her best friend Maria and her former best friend Trent. She's a clockbreaker on an action-packed adventure with a mission to save her father and perhaps even save the world. Doesn't say much, but I'm very excited for this. And then Dragons of the Black Castle by Janine Summers. A desperate search leads 2 young girls to a magical world where evil stalks the innocent. While dreaming of a better life, 13-year-old Jenny Saunders and her best friend Beth stumble upon a maze where a door leads them to an unknown land filled with magic. When Beth is captured by Maldoy, the dark wizard, Jenny, with the aid of her new friends, Devin and Alwyn, set out on a perilous journey where their courage is tested. When they arrive at the Black Castle, they are forced to battle the evil Maldoy, Ringwar, and his army of East. Together they bond in an everlasting friendship, and secrets long kept hidden are revealed. That sounds so good. This is one I've been wanting forever, because I remember this cover and I've been searching, and it finally came up. The Inventors by Patrick Carman. An adventure powered by invention. Albert Pitznagel is the most famous inventor in the world. He works within the walls of the sprawling Lion's Den campus, a marvel of ingenuity and wonder. And then there's Festus, a down-on-his-luck kid with big dreams of his own. If only Festus could get in there. Unfortunately, getting inside the Lion's Den is almost impossible. That is, unless you're exactly 10 years old, you have a truly astounding idea for an invention, and you beat out thousands of other kids. Then they just might let you in. Don't wander off. The Lion's Den is about to open. That sounds so good. And I got Jane's Country Year by Malcolm Saville, a novel of 1940s English farming life and a young girl's discovery of the natural world around her. So excited. And colorful ones too. Malcolm Saville's classic novel from 1946 is about 11-year-old Jane's discovery of nature and country life during a year spent convalescing on her uncle's farm after having been dangerously ill in post-war London. Moor End Farm is based on a farm in Wheathampton, Herts, where Saville had lived. The deeply felt novel was written while Saville was extending his range as a writer, alongside his very successful Lone Pine Adventure series and nature anthologies for children. Inspired by the experiences of Saville's own goddaughter, this marvelous novel is full of the wonders of nature as well as the happiness of regaining health, making friends, and learning about flowers, birds, animals, and the farming year. It contains 32 glorious illustrations in full color. A classic, winner of the Newbery Medal, it says, by Ruth Sawyer, Roller Skates. This is one of the classics that I've always seen that has been on my wish list that I've been wanting. I just love classics like that. I guess because that historical fiction feel, even though they probably weren't historical fiction when they were written most of the time. Lucinda's year in New York City began when her family went to Europe and left her with Miss Peters. Not, thank heaven, with Aunt Emily and her 4 docile, ladylike daughters. Miss Peters understood that a girl of 10 wanted to roller skate to school and stop and chat with Patrolman McGonagall and make friends with Mr. Gilligan, the cabbie, and even play with Tony, whose father kept a fruit stand down the street. Roller Skates is a delightful story of old New York about a tomboy who could not help being a lady at the same time. I love that. A tomboy who could not help being a lady at the same time. Oh, my heart. Old New York. Oh. This is a book I've been seeing forever and wanting forever. And then it was on Amazon. I'm in the US Amazon. It's a UK book. For like so cheap. I was like, okay, I'll get it. The Last Zoo by Sam Gayton. Such a beautiful cover. Pia lives in the world's last zoo, a place where the impossible is actually possible. Ever since scientists detonated a reality bomb, weird and wondrous creatures have been dreamt into existence. Unicorns, singing hippos, humming dragons, genies, and angels, who might be the most important creations of all because Earth needs a miracle to survive. But one morning, Pia makes a terrible discovery. The angels are missing. To find them, she will need to solve the riddle they left behind, make a pact with the devil, and take a perilous journey into the glitch, where nothing is what it seems. It sounds so unique. I'm just so excited to finally have that. And then I was watching one of Amanda's videos. I think it was a book haul. It might have been a vlog. Anyway, I'll link her below. It's The Curly Readers, the name of her channel. And she had gotten this book, Return to Cinder by Julia Alvarez. And it's a Pura Balpra award. And I love the cover, and then I looked it up and it just sounded incredible. And it was a good price on Amazon, so I picked it up. After Tyler's father is injured in a tractor accident, his family is forced to hire migrant Mexican workers to help save their Vermont farm from foreclosure. Tyler isn't sure what to make of these workers. Are they undocumented? And what about the 3 daughters, particularly Mary, the oldest, who is proud of her Mexican heritage, but also increasingly connected to her American life? Her family lives in constant fear of being discovered by the authorities and sent back to the poverty they left behind in Mexico. Can Tyler and Mary find a way to be friends despite their differences? That just sounds so incredible and so important. I'm very excited. And when I was looking this up, I saw another book by Julia Alvarez that looked so good. Before We Were Free. That's another award book from the same award. This one's a little bit thinner. I wonder what it would be like to be free. Not to need wings because you don't have to fly away from your country. Anita de la Torre never questioned her freedom, living in the Dominican Republic. But by her 12th birthday in 1960, most of her relatives have immigrated to the United States. Her Tio, Tony, has disappeared without a trace, and the government's secret police terrorize her remaining family because of their suspected opposition to Trujillo's brutal dictatorship. Using the strength and courage of her family, Anita must overcome her fears and fly to freedom, leaving all that she once knew behind. That just sounds so powerful. And an anticipated release, Pearly, but I didn't include it, was another one. Pearly and Pig and the Great Hairy Beast by Sue Whiting. This looks like a polar fantasy. Pearly Woe is a warrior. She worries about anything and everything. Mostly she worries that her worries will mean she will never become a member of the top secret group of stealth adventurers, the Venturologist Guild, despite her very special talent of being able to speak animal languages. But with her parents Pig napped, and Pearly a stowaway on an icebreaker heading for Antarctica, Pearly's worries just got real. That reminds me of Polar Bears Explorers Club in a way, and that makes me very excited, so I cannot wait. And then this book's being shared a lot for Middle Grade March and sounds right up my alley. It's a series. I just got the first book. It's a Mary Finch mystery by S.S. Sawak. Mary Finch and the Thief. Historical fiction detective mystery. It is 1893 and Mary Finch finds herself on the gritty and violent streets of Victorian London trying to clear her name. Victorian London is another. Love it. When wrongfully accused of theft, Mary Finch is determined to track down the thief and prove her innocence. Her journey takes her from Baker Street, where her friends, the famous sleuth Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, live, to the dark and dangerous East End of London. On her trail are the suspicious Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard and the evil butler of her employer, a mysterious gentleman who is not what he appears to be, and a ruthless killer. Mary must hurry to find the truth before she is arrested and sent to jail. There's so many things in there. I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then another classic I've been wanting for a while, and I love the cover of this edition. Great Illustrated Classics, Hans Brinker by Mary Mapes Dodge. The country is Holland, the time a century ago, but the story is timeless. A poor boy who wants to prove his own worth and to help his terribly sick father. It is Gretel's story too, Hans' little sister who also dreams of winning the skating race whose prize is the silver skates. But there is much to be done, problems to overcome, and a great mystery to be solved before Hans, Gretel, the Brinkers, and their friends can grasp the greatest prize of all, happiness. It's such a great synopsis. So excited. Then I got Deep Secret by Burleigh Doherty. I think this is the one, it said middle grade, young adult. I couldn't figure it out, but beautiful cover. And anytime it says that, I just take it as upper middle grade and just hope for the best. Deep in Derbyshire Valley live 2 girls, twins, so alike that even their family can't tell them apart, but tragedy is waiting. When the valley is sold to be flooded for a huge dam, the villagers are forced to leave their homes and the twins' life changed forever. Deep secrets are uncovered, and desires, love, and grief rise to the surface. It just sounds incredible. Tragedy, I don't know, but so excited. 1992. I don't know if that's considered a classic or not, but it is an older book that I've had on that same wish list. Letters from Rivka by Karen Heiss. Rivka knows nothing about America when she flees from Russia with her family in 1919, but she dreams she will at last be safe from the Russian soldiers and their harsh treatment of the Jews in the new country. Wow. I don't read synopsis after I know I want a book because I don't want to keep reading it and have it fresh in my head, so it's like reading it all over again for the first time. But with everything going on, like getting these books and reading, it's just so crazy. History does repeat itself. Throughout her journey, Rivka carries with her a cherished volume of poetry by Alexander Pushkin. In it, she records her observations and experiences in the form of letters to her beloved cousin she has left behind. Strong-hearted and determined, Rivka must endure a great deal. Humiliating examinations by doctors and soldiers, deadly typhus, separation from all she has ever known and loved, murderous storms at sea, and if this is not enough, the loss of her glorious golden hair. And even if she does not make it to America, she's not sure America will have her. So excited and happy to have this. 6 by M.M. Vaughn. An X-Files worthy mystery keeps the pages turning. Inventive, entertaining, and thought-provoking. Kirkus Reviews. Parker and his family share a secret. They can, with the help of advanced technology, communicate with one another through their thoughts. Now they live in New York, and Parker is having a hard time adjusting. His father is distracted by his new job, he misses his friends, and he resents moving to the very place where his mother died 3 years earlier. Plus, his little sister Emma is looking out for him instead of the other way around. And then Parker's dad, on the cusp of a technological breakthrough, is kidnapped. Thanks to a message his dad sent telepathically before the signal cut off, Parker is suddenly on a rescue mission. Now Parker and Emma, along with their friend Michael and Polly the pig, must confront the only link to their father, a dangerous man locked away in an asylum. All signs point to one thing. The company his dad works for is up to something big, huge. A perfectly sinister project that threatens far more than Parker's family. A project called 6. I love middle grade science fiction and don't read enough of it, so very happy to have this. And then I see this author's books everywhere, and I always hear great things, so this cover just caught my attention on Amazon on one of my searches. The Beast of Buckingham Palace by David Walliams. The kingdom has fallen into darkness. Prince Alfred has never left the safety of Buckingham Palace, but strange things are happening inside the palace walls, and Alfred's life is about to change forever. In the dead of night, something terrible stalks the corridors. When Alfred's beloved mother, the Queen, is dragged off to the Tower of London, the boy must summon all his courage to embark an epic quest to save her, and the entire world. That sounds so good. The year is 2120, London is in ruins. Yeah. Very excited. The rest are ones that were just very recently in a most anticipated reads. No. Yeah, a most anticipated books video. So I'm not going to read the synopsis because I read it in that. Just a Girl, A True Story of World War II by Leah Levy. So like a nonfiction, very short. Beautiful illustrations throughout. It's an important story. Very excited. And The School for Whatnots by Margaret Peterson Haddix. So excited. Sounds so good. Can't wait to read that. Louisa June and the Nazis and the Waves by L.M. Elliott. Beautiful cover. It sounds so good. Andy Sager, Yesterday Crumb and the Storm in a Teacup. So excited for this. Such a beautiful cover. And then Alias Anna, A True Story of Outwitting the Nazis. Susan Hood with Greg Dawson, who is the son of the Anna in here. And this one's in verse. I have a couple in verse now, but I haven't read one yet. I'm hoping I'll like it, but this just sounds like such a great story. And Children of the Flying City by Jason Sheehan. A beautiful cover. Just sounds so up my alley. I'm so excited for this book. Happy it's finally out. And lastly, Field Guide to the Supernatural Universe by Allison Noel. Another one sounds right up my alley in all sorts of different ways than the other one. Like a spooky good time. So excited. And one more. Area 51 Interns, Alien Summer by James S. Murray and Carson Smith. I'm not gonna read the synopsis of this since it wasn't my most anticipated. I'm very excited about this series, and the Naked Hardback looks the same. I'm very excited. Alright, y'all, that's it for this book haul. Did you see any that you are interested in, that you want to read now? Have you read any of them? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.